Hello everyone, welcome to day 6 of redesigning complex thumbnails with me, Creator Sauce. So today's thumbnail is from the future. The secret to great design is simpler than you think. This is the best example of the thumbnail, right? The title is The Secret to Great Design is Simpler Than You Think, and I am doing that thing only. So this guy's thumbnail looks very complex, but it is easier and simpler to design than you think. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Let's create a frame with the dimensions of 1920 into 1080 and let's name it day 6. I have already downloaded some assets. The links are in the description. First of all, I didn't got this man's image, so I got another one from FreePic. You can download it from the link in the description. Let's just remove the background. Okay, the background is removed. Now what I'll do is I'll just crop this image to this guy and we are good to go. Let's add this guy's image inside the frame and let's move him somewhere over here. So if I reduce the size of this image to the size of our actual thumbnail so that we can compare. So this guy is almost taking up 45% of the screen. We can do that too. Yep, this looks good. Now let's lock this singer and let's just color the frame first. The background color is red, so we are going to pick it from this image only. So this one's red now. So we have placed this guy over here. Now let's design this, the left part of our thumbnail. So we will use the pen tool and start designing. We'll start from here, then here, then here, and then we'll stop here. Okay, let's just start drawing this design. Let's curve it a bit more. Move this point somewhere over here. And let's change this curve. Yep. Now this looks good. Let's curve this point too. And let's curve this one. And this one too. Now we have our curve ready. And the stroke weight is 10. Let's increase it to 15. Yep, 15 will look good. So what I'll do is I'll just take it to the end. And let's just duplicate it. Okay. Let's try duplicating it again. We need the size 40. Yes, the gaps are 40 now. Let's duplicate them again. So now we have enough designs. Let's group them and let's move them behind this guy. Okay, the designs are ready. We'll color them afterwards. Let's first focus on this text. Bad versus great designer. Right? So let's select text and let's write all the stuff. Bad. And we won't write designer, right? We'll write thumbnails. Bad versus great thumbnails. So see, let's first select the font. I have already seen a font named Anton, which is very similar to this. So we'll choose the font Anton. But there's one problem in Anton. There's no italic font. So for that thing, what are we going to do is, we'll go and search for Skew Skew. The Skew Skew is a plugin which will transform the objects in any shape you like. So this is the interface of Skew Skew and I'll just transform it using Skew Skew. Okay, so -10 I think will look good. Let's just increase the size of these guys to 250 maybe. 250 is too big. Let's reduce it to 150. 150 looks good. So bad versus great. Let's add that VS text and let's just change its font size to 48. Now, the coloring part of VS is yellow, right? So we can select that from color picker only. So this is looking good. Now for the boxes also, we'll just create a rectangle. Okay. The size of the rectangles will be just a little bit big from these texts. Okay. And let's increase the width. Let's open the screw tool again and just skew them to -10. So this line becomes parallel to this one. See, this is also -10. This is also -10. And let's just change its color to black. Now, this is in the center. Move it here. Make it to the center. And let me just reduce this one's width a little bit. Yep. Okay. So I think we should increase the font size of these guys. 150 is too small. We'll increase them to 200. So this one will increase to 200. Let's increase them to 220. And we'll move this guy a little bit to the left. Since we have moved this guy, we'll move this design to the left. Okay. Now let's design this background for this text. Okay. Looks good. Let's just delete this black box and add this one. Sorry, right one. Okay. Let me just select this box, increase its width, and center this again. Now these two guys are aligned. Let me move it over here. Let's move this VS over here. Let's group and group these two. Just moving it over here. And this one is fine over here. Okay, that looks good. But the space between these two guys is, very small. So I'll move them closer. This one should move too. Okay. And I'll increase this one's size to 64. Now this is almost similar. So we have to move this guy again to the left. Now this is perfect. So half of the thumbnail, 50% is ready. Now for these lines, let's just lock this guy again and start drawing lines. So one line is passing through this and one line is over here. Let's just first create a line. Where was line? Okay, got it. This one line. And this line is passing through this corner. And let's copy this line. It's passing somewhere over here. And let's adjust this thumbnail like this. Now, let's just copy this line and add it to this point. But since this thumbnail is, almost here, you can remove the S. So it becomes bad versus great thumbnail, not thumbnails. So now we have ample place for this line too. Now we need vertical lines. Just do this. As you can see, this line is passing through this guy, but it is not coming out, right? So it is somewhere over here. So we'll also do that. We'll just pass it like this. And we'll do the same for this one, for this, and here too. We need one more line just below this one. Okay. So the lines are also ready. What I'll do is I'll quickly group them up. These four and these four. Let's group them up and let's just move them behind the singer. And let's just rename this group to lines and rename this group to pattern. So for coloring the pattern, what I'll do is I'll select the selection colors and select this one. So now our pattern looks something like this. So it's blended in this red color, right? So what I'll do is I'll just select this one and reduce its opacity to somewhere near 40. So now see, it's almost similar to this pattern's color. So we have done that too. Now this one design is remaining. So since we want the context to be changed, I have changed all the things below. So it is related to thumbnail designing, so Canva, Figma, Photoshop, and some paint bucket icon at this thing. So let's add it to the frame. Let's just reduce it. Yep. Okay. Okay. Let's add this paint bucket somewhere over here. Let's add the Canva icon and reduce its size. I'll reduce the size of the paint bucket too. And let's just rotate Canva a little bit to this side. Let's add the Figma logo and reduce its size too. And I'll keep it the same. Now adding Photoshop and rotating it to the right. So now our thumbnail is almost ready. As you can see, this guy has no color over it, right? The image of this guy has no color. So we can do that too using some tools provided by Figma. As you can see, if you click this image, then these tools appear, right? We can lower the saturation to 0 and that same effect is available to us too. So I think the thumbnail is ready, which was complex to look and design. It was very simple. So let me know in the comment section, guys. Did you like this video or not? Please share it with your friends so that they can learn how to design complex thumbnails in a simpler way. Till then, take care. Bye bye.